Union News, 19th of February 2023. Welcome to Union News, the podcast which brings you news from the labour and trade union perspective. Music in this podcast is from Tim Bragg. In this edition, NHS Strikes Escalate. Union praises Scotland's credible and serious NHS pay offer, criticises shoddy treatment by Westminster. Funeral held for firefighter who died in Edinburgh blaze. Scottish TUC urges Labour to go further in repealing anti-trade union laws, and English nurses set to escalate pay dispute with first 48-hour strike in March.
NHS strikes escalate. Health unions have warned that further strikes will have a significant impact on services, after thousands of ambulance workers voted to take industrial action over low pay and understaffing. Unison confirmed that its members at 4 English ambulance services and 5 NHS organisations, including Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital, have backed walkouts for the first time, while the GMB said that about 1,500 workers in Wales will join a strike by almost 10,000 colleagues in England on Monday. The announcements came a day after the Royal College of Nursing confirmed a 48-hour walkout from 6 a.m. on March 1 across England.
Unison has hailed the Scottish Government's credible and serious NHS pay offer, contrasting it with the UK Government's shoddy treatment of NHS employees. Scottish ministers have proposed an 8% pay increase for NHS workers from April, while Health Secretary Steve Barclay has offered negotiations only for salaries in 2023 to 24. Unions in England have accused the UK government of waiting it out until April, despite planned strikes by nurses and ambulance workers. Unison has urged Rishi Sunak to follow Scotland's lead and abandon the NHS pay review body to negotiate pay with unions. Downing Street still falsely claims inflation-matching public sector salaries boosts are unaffordable, while also arguing that unlimited bankers' bonuses are needed to attract the best talent.
Funeral held for firefighter who died in Edinburgh blaze. Barry Martin, a 38-year-old firefighter and member of the Fire Brigades Union, FBU, died after sustaining serious injuries while fighting a blaze at a former department store in Edinburgh. Ahead of his funeral, his wife Shelley described him as a devoted father and a motivated man who was driven to be a firefighter. Colleagues from across Scotland attended the funeral of the well-loved member of the firefighting community, with FBU General Secretary Matt Rack expressing his condolences. Martin was one of over 100 firefighters tackling a serious and complex fire in the Jenner's department store, which was undergoing restoration.
Scottish TUC urges Labour to go further in repealing anti-trade union laws. The Scottish TUC General Secretary, Ross Foyer, has called on Labour to repeal all anti-trade union laws, beyond its existing pledges to repeal the 2016 Trade Union Act and minimum service requirements. Speaking at the Scottish Labour Annual Conference in Edinburgh, Foyer urged the party to take an unashamed stance in support of the right to strike and the right to take solidarity action. Foyer praised Scottish Labour leader Anna Sarwar for taking a strong stance in supporting striking workers on picket lines, contrasting this with the stance of UK Labour leader Keir Starmer, who has banned frontbenchers from attending picket lines.
And finally, English nurses set to escalate pay dispute with first 48-hour strike in March. Tens of thousands of nurses in England are set to go on their first 48-hour strike from the 1st of March to the 3rd of March, involving all trusts where the union has a strike mandate. The strike will not exempt any services, including emergency, intensive care, and cancer care, and night shift nurses will also join in. The Royal College of Nursing, RCN, said that it will reduce services to a minimum and rely on members of other unions and clinical professions. The RCN has raised strike pay to £80 a day and £120 on the 4th day of action. Tory ministers have refused to discuss the issue of poor pay. Health bosses criticised the move and accused the union of putting patient safety at risk, but nurses say the NHS is already in managed decline due to Tory funding cuts and staff shortages. The RCN's decision to escalate their pay dispute is seen as a vital step up, and other trade unionists have been urged to show solidarity with the nurses.